Professor Mahmood Yakubu on Monday, July 29, urged political parties and their candidates for the Edo and Ondo Governorship elections to adhere to the rules. He expressed concern over the acrimony and tension characterizing the campaigns. Speaking at the quarterly meeting with political party leaders, Yakubu also highlighted the recent attack on the All Progressive Congress governorship candidate in Edo State, which resulted in the death of a security personnel. The INEC chairman also noted that only 53 days left until the Edo State election. Some political parties had yet to submit the list of their polling and collation agents, despite the portal closing on Tuesday, July 30. Now, let me start with you, Chizzy. If you recall, a few days ago, INEC came out to say that they've not received reports of violence and there are no security threats. In fact, in their exact language,
yes,
they said there were no security threats with regards to those states' elections. And then people were wondering, and there were concerns in quarters, like, is INEC unaware of the shooting at the airport junction that happened, the attack on the Deputy Governor Shaibu and the APC candidate Obeblo? There were concerns around that. Because, of course, for that kind of attack to happen and INEC comes out to say that there are no security threats, one would wonder who was being attacked. Are these not politicians belonging? And you recall the controversy that has trailed Shaibu's impeachment and defection to APC. Now the question is, INEC has come out to say that parties should obey the rules, and now in their statement they are acknowledging that there was an attack on a political party. Do you see Edo State politics being free of violence? The Edo State Guber Elections that is coming forth, being free of violence?
I only pray so, because I don't even see a violence-free election in Nigeria. All I do is to pray that there should be a violence-free election. In fact, that statement by INEC should go back to the chairman. He should play by the rules.
Oh.
That is the chairman. The INEC should play by the rules. See, we have always looked at the people as not playing by the rules. You see, there is this thing that ignites violence. It is if you, who is the umpire, is not playing by the rules. In this place today, if you say the time to open this office is by 8 and the man who is holding the key comes by 12, just be sure that the staff will, or the staffers will come by 2 p.m. the next day. So you need to play by the rules. So if INEC stays, it's like a man saying to his children, oh, you know, today you must greet me. I just know that I'm the father. Play the role of a father, and they will just give you that. Let INEC play by the rules, and this is how INEC should play by the rules. If you know there's a violence somewhere, you cancel the election. If you know somebody is rigging the election, you cancel it. If you know this is happening, you do the right thing. As soon as you are doing the right thing, the people will queue up. See, Nigerians are not very disobedient people. It is still the same Nigerians that if you fly abroad and will queue up to go to train. It's not Nigerians. But here we will rush over it. Because if you don't also rush in Nigeria, the train will not wait for you, if there's train at all.
No.
So in INEC should, in the first place, play by the rules. He's talked about, the inconsistency in security report. Let me blame that on the security personnel, because INEC takes their report not from you. INEC takes their report from the security apparatus around the state that gives them report. Now that a security man is down, so there's insecurity. There is somebody who is down. So the other people who are politicians, they can die. It doesn't matter. INEC is saying that they can mobilize their material to Edo, and they have all it takes to mobilize their material, even in a war zone. That's what they're saying. So right now, I am saying to Mahmood, play by the rules.
Right.
Let INEC play by the rules in Edo, and let's have somebody win.
All right. Honorable Lands. Chizzy is saying INEC should play by the rules. That statement should apply to INEC itself and not the political parties. Do you stand with that?
Toma, if you observe that I was wailing in laughter while my brother was making his submission, because it's so, I want to choose the right word, inexonerable for INEC to continue to deceive Nigerians with false hope. With falsehood. Sometimes when I speak, I like being practical.
Okay.
You know, I ran and I contested the last general election. I ran for State House of Assembly. And I can tell you that if there are those who abuse the INEC Act, are all INEC agents. And it's so painful that at the end of the day, the chairman will also have the temerity to come up publicly to continue to advocate for Nigerians, to allow them, to give them free will to continue to perpetrate the evil on Nigerians. And it's so bad. If you read the 2022 INEC Act as amended, you'll understand that INEC need little or no supervision for Nigerians to enjoy free, fair, and equitable elections. But it's so painful that at the end of the day, we'll continue to see the same thing. And again, I want to tell you, I stand to be challenged that the chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood, has taken side in his statement. Because if you look at what he said, there are elections in 2 states. But he made mention of an attack on one party. And we know
in those states.
In Edo State precisely, one party. I wouldn't want to call the party, but you know where I'm going to. And the reason, we already know that the ball has shifted to the goalpost. We already know what's going to happen. Already they have continued to say that Edo State must change hand. But let me tell Professor Mahmood, the Nigerians are no fools. It is very, very, very unpleasant for you to come out and tell Nigerians to be very, very, very amicable, to come out and be, be guided, and they come cast their vote, and in few hours, their will is subverted. It shouldn't be nice, and it is not nice. What am I trying to say? INEC, just like my brother submitted, should play by their rules. Nigerians have grown in terms of digital technology that we no longer need even the PVCs to conduct elections. Why do we have NIN? Why is it that the NIN cannot be, manipulated? Anybody anywhere within Nigeria, as long as Nigeria is concerned today, Nigeria is technically and digitally globalized to a level whereby you don't need to even stress yourself for you to stand under the sun for you to be able to cast your vote. And INEC has the capacity, quote me, to give Nigerians fair and free elections in all the 36 states of Nigeria and the 774 local governments in Nigeria. So coming out to continue to tell us that security is an issue, why should we even continue to make provision for security budget during elections? When digitally elections can be conducted, we continue to see what is happening in the US.
Okay.
We also continue to see what's happening in other places. And INEC is coming to tell us there was an attack against the APC governorship candidate of Edo State. Are you not aware that 4 policemen were gunned down yesterday in Imo State, including a POS operator? Why didn't INEC, highlight the security tension also in Imo State, even though the elections are concluded? Because if you want to talk about the security architecture of the state or the security challenges that we're having, I agree with you.
The INEC cannot make
INEC has a constitutional duty to conduct elections for Nigerians.
So the INEC cannot make reference to a state that has security challenges that is not
conducting elections.
Exactly.
I agree with you. But in as much as INEC does not have that liberty to engage in giving us reports on security architecture or security reports happening in other states, INEC should come up with the status quo that they have already prepared.
All right.
To give us a free and fair election that we no longer need even the security agents and personnel to continue to aid and abet them in subverting the will of the people.
So, Honorable Lan, in your opinion, elections can be done remotely since Nigeria is now digital.
When you use the word remotely, it looks as if we are even incorporating Nigerians that are in diaspora. Elections in Nigeria can be done digitally within the Nigerian state without even us having any need for security budget.
I want to understand, when you say digitally within Nigerian state, being done remotely means you can do it from the comfort of your house.
Yeah, absolutely, but also remember that when you say remotely, you can also be talking about those in diaspora. And we're not talking about those in diaspora, we're talking about those within the Nigerian jurisdiction.
It can be done remotely within Nigeria.
Yes, sure.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
All right, hopefully we'll get there one day.
It's a direct message to Professor Mahmood.
All right.